Now for our next guest speaker, he's also from the NUG, and it is my honor to invite our Minister of Human Rights, Aung, to give us a speech today.
အမှားစကားပြောကြားပေးသွားပါတော့ဝန်ကြီးဦးသိန်းဦးကိုထူပဲကျေးဇူးတင်ရှိပါရှင်။နောက်ထပ်အမှားစကားပြောကြားပေးမှာတော့ပြည်ထောင်စုသမ္မတမြန်မာနိုင်ငံတော်အမျိုးသားညီညွတ်ရေးအစိုးရလူ့အခွင့်အရေးဆိုင်ရာဝန်ကြီးဌာနဝန်ကြီးဦးအောင်မျိုးမင်းပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်ရှင်။ဝန်ကြီးဦးအောင်မျိုးမင်းကိုအမှားစကားပြောကြားပေးပါရန်ဖိတ်ခေါ်လိုပါတယ်ရှင်။
Thank you so much. This is an honor to join you today as the Union Ministry of Human Rights. On behalf of the National Unity Government, NUG, I express my gratitude to the Australian community for your vital support and for all your solidarity with the Myanmar people. We are here today to focus on the accountability, but it is first important to set the scenes. As early as February of this year, the UN Secretary-General described Myanmar as a perfect storm of upheaval. In September again, the United Nations High Commissioners of Human Rights held the military responsible for human rights catastrophes. She reported widespread and systematic violation of human rights and international humanitarian law conducted in the full knowledge of the military leadership. The acts likely comprise crime against humanity and war crime. More recently, the UN Special Rapporteur on Myanmar warned the United Nations General Assembly that we are very likely on the eve of yet another catastrophe. With the military's tactics employed by the military before its genocidal attack against the Rohingya in Rakhine State in 2016 and 2017. Then holding events in Chin State bear all the hallmarks of genocide and could see atrocities on an unprecedented scale in modern Myanmar. A determined international response is required to prevent that. Let's see what action so far for accountability. Despite the mounting evidence that terrorist Tamador continue enjoy impunity. So what has been done so far? On 8 November, the UN Security Council held a private meeting on Myanmar. This resulted in press statement, much weaker than as resolution, which made no mention at all of all accountabilities or military atrocities. In August again, the NUG submitted what is known as the Article 12.3 Declaration to the International Criminal Court, ICC. This declaration accepted the ICC's jurisdiction over international crimes committed in Myanmar since 1st July 2002. However, the ICC Magistrate is yet to confirm that NUG's declaration has been effective. The International Court of Justice is hearing the Gambia versus Myanmar matter, which is addressing potential controversies of the Genocide Convention by Myanmar through atrocities against the Rohingya people. But this case is progressing slowly, and the representative of the military junta is currently acting for Myanmar. A dedicated UN accountability body, known as the Independent Investigative Mechanism of Myanmar, also known as IIMM, has collected over 200,000 information items since the attempt military coup. The IIMM is mandated to prepare file to facilitate and expedite criminal proceeding in national, regional, and international courts or tribunals. Initial analysis indicate that the military's crimes are widespread and systematic in nature, and have included the systematic targeting of specific categories of persons, including journalists and the medical professionals. The IIMM is preparing case file, but no such prosecution has yet commenced. So what we can do, particularly to advance accountability, the NUG will press the ICC registrar for response to its Article 12.3 declaration. Two further steps would be for the NUG to request that ICC prosecutor expand the current investigation into the situation in Bangladesh, Myanmar, authorized in 2019 to include alleged crimes within Myanmar. Accede to the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court. This would give the court full jurisdiction over international crimes committed in Myanmar, including genocide, war crime, and the crime against humanity. The NUG is actively considering these steps. Here is my recommendation to the Australian authorities. Australia, as a state party to the Rome Statute, should support Myanmar Article 12.3 declaration. It should also support the NUG's effort to replace a military junta as Myanmar representative in Gambia matter before the International Court of Justice. Australia, like countries as Germany and Argentina, exercise universal jurisdiction. This means that the member of Myanmar military responsible for atrocities, crimes in Myanmar can be investigated and prosecuted in Australian court, even if they are not Australian. Australian law enforcement and legal authorities should be encouraged to open investigation into members of the military for atrocities crime. Australia should also cooperate directly with the NUG when it comes to the collection of information in support of military persecution. The Ministry of Human Rights is working extensively to collect information of potential violations of international law and atrocity crimes. Australia should increase its financial support to end technical cooperation with the UN offices and accountability bodies, including IIMM and the UN Human Rights Office. In the case of the IIMM, Australian authorities should cooperate with the IIMM to assess evidence to support the persecution of members of the Myanmar military. Furthermore, Australia should actively support efforts to block the flow of arms, dual proposed technologies, and cash to the military. Starving the junta of arms and cash is one of the most direct ways to stop atrocities. Thank you so much. Justice for all.
Thank you, Myo Min, for joining us here today and giving us a speech. And now to move on with our next esteemed guest speaker,